Do this.
You're gonna do a lot of that?
And we're gonna be inside of the Good Murk.
Before the laughter, before the standing ovations, before millions of people welcomed him into their living rooms every week, Kenan Thompson was already fighting a battle. Most child stars never survive. Hollywood has a long history of chewing up young talent, turning early fame into addiction, scandal, and public collapse. But Kenan Thompson broke the pattern. He didn't burn out. He didn't self-destruct. He didn't disappear. Instead, he stayed, year after year, decade after decade. So how does a child star avoid becoming a Hollywood tragedy, and instead become one of its most trusted faces? And what kind of pressure does it take to survive fame when it arrives far too early? This is not just the story of comedy. This is the story of endurance. Kenan Thompson was born on May 10, 1978, in Atlanta, Georgia, far from the flashing lights of Hollywood. His upbringing was stable, structured, and unusually grounded for someone destined for fame. From an early age, Kenan showed a natural ability to perform, not forced, not manufactured, just instinctive. But what truly set him apart from many child stars was not talent, it was protection. His parents insisted on balance. Education mattered. Discipline mattered. Fame was never allowed to become his identity, while other child performers were pushed relentlessly into the spotlight. Kenan's family treated acting as a job, not a replacement for childhood. That distinction would later save him. Still, entering entertainment at such a young age came with invisible costs. He learned responsibility before most children learned freedom, professionalism before play, consistency before curiosity. Kenan wasn't escaping a traumatic childhood. He was growing up inside expectations, learning early that success meant showing up, being prepared, and never disappointing the adults in charge. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't tragic. But it was heavy, and that weight would follow him into the next chapter of his life. Kenan Thompson's career truly began in the mid-1990s when he joined Nickelodeon's sketch comedy show, All That. For young audiences, he wasn't just funny, he was unforgettable. Soon after came Kenan and Kel, a show that defined a generation of television. The jokes were loud. The energy was chaotic. The laughter was constant, but behind the scenes, Hollywood made a quiet decision. Kenan Thompson was labeled a child star, a sketch comedian, a Nickelodeon face, and in Hollywood, labels are dangerous. Many child actors never escape them. They grow up, but the industry doesn't let them evolve as Kenan aged out of children's television. The question loomed, would he fade away like so many before him? Unlike others, Kenan didn't chase reinvention desperately. He didn't rebel against his past. He didn't try to shock his way into relevance. Instead, he waited. And then, in 2003, everything changed. Kenan Thompson joined Saturday Night Live, stage that had destroyed far more careers than it created. For a former child star, this wasn't just an opportunity. It was a test. Joining Saturday Night Live is not a guarantee of success. It is a pressure cooker, live television. Weekly deadlines, constant comparison, relentless scrutiny. Kenan Thompson entered an environment where survival depended not on popularity, but adaptability. Cast members came and went. Executives changed. Comedy trends shifted. Cultural lines moved. Kenan stayed. Season after season, he became something rare in Hollywood. Reliable, not flashy, not controversial, just undeniably effective. His strength was not in stealing attention, but in elevating every sketch he touched. He was the anchor, the stabilizer, the performer producers could trust when everything else felt uncertain. Slowly, without headlines or scandals. nightlife history, while others chased film careers or burned out under pressure. Kenan mastered longevity, the most underrated skill in entertainment. But longevity comes with its own cost. Being a funny guy means never showing fatigue, never revealing doubt, never breaking character. Behind the scenes, decades of live performance demanded emotional control few ever talk about. The pressure to always deliver, to always smile, to always be dependable. Kenan didn't become famous for chaos. He became essential through discipline, and yet, the public rarely celebrated that quiet strength because it wasn't dramatic enough. Kenan Thompson's struggles were never tabloid-friendly. There were no arrests, no rehab headlines, no viral breakdowns. Instead, his challenges were quieter and in many ways, more exhausting. For decades, he carried the unspoken burden of being safe. Safe for networks, safe for audiences, safe for advertisers. That safety became a cage. Hollywood rarely rewards stability with depth. Being dependable often means being underestimated. Kenan was rarely discussed as a serious artist, rarely credited for endurance, often reduced to just comedy. In 2022, his personal life entered the spotlight when his marriage ended in divorce. True to form, Kenan handled it privately. No public feuds. No interviews fueled by pain. But silence doesn't mean absence of struggle. Years of live television, personal change, and constant expectation take a toll even on the strongest performers, especially on those who never allow themselves to fall apart publicly. The real scandal of Kenan Thompson's career was never what happened. It was how much he endured without ever being allowed to stop. Eventually, Kenan Thompson began to shift, not away from comedy, but deeper into control. He launched his own sitcom, Kenan, showing a more layered version of himself. He stepped into executive producer roles. He became a mentor to younger comedians entering an unforgiving industry. Kenan wasn't reinventing to stay relevant. He was redefining power, from performer to builder, from cast member to institution. Unlike many who escaped the system by leaving it, Kenan survived by mastering it. He chose longevity over spectacle, growth over rebellion, legacy over headlines, and in doing so, he quietly rewrote the narrative for child stars everywhere. Kenan Thompson's legacy isn't measured by scandals avoided or awards collected. It's measured by something far rarer in Hollywood: survival with integrity. In an industry obsessed with reinvention through destruction, Kenan proved another path exists. One built on discipline, consistency, and emotional restraint. He showed that not every great story needs collapse to be meaningful. Sometimes, most powerful journey is simply staying whole in a system designed to break you. Kenan Thompson's life reminds us that fame doesn't have to destroy, but it will test you every single day. And those who endure quietly often leave the deepest impact. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to Stars and Scandals, and comment below, which Hollywood survivor should we uncover next?